What's going on, everybody? This is Jacob Viral. Today I'm going to be testing some critical areas of my wall to make sure I am pretty much leak proof is the term I would say. I want to be able to identify, hey, is my wall actually as good as it needs to be to make sure all the pressure is not escaping my cabin. So stay tuned throughout. Let's get this going. I got my truck already on. I'm going to be playing a tone here. So the goal for this, anybody watching, do this for anybody that has a wall, a trunk, even a box, anything. But you want to be able to do this to be able to figure out if your box is leaking, if your cabin is holding pressure, etc. Trunk, everything. Same thing goes for in the box to see if you're losing weight or losing air pressure. So make sure my volume, I put my head unit. Here's my head unit. It's going to be at 3/4 volume. Everything's at idle. Got my bass knob, I'll turn that up. And what I do is I always play a note around near my peak is on the low end. It's easier to do this when you have a wall because you have more pressure and you kind of can understand it, but you can do it with any system. I have bass notes here that I'm going to use. Make sure y'all can see that. Yep. So I know I'm doing good between 24 and 26 hertz on my system. By the way, you guys, if you want to know how I got to this point as far as where did you do with this build to get where you are, all the videos is in my playlist, my setup on my main channel, Jacob Viral. Anyway, let me get to it. All right, so I'm going to do 26 hertz. Since 26, let's do yeah, we'll do 26 hertz. All right, so what I do here is I'll play here around 2/3 volume, half volume to 3/4, and I'm going to go on the other end and I want to see if I find leaks. So how does this work? I'll show you. So what I'm doing is identifying leaks in my system. So what I do here is turn it on. So it's flexing good, but now I need to know, is there air leaking? No air leak in there. Now let's go to the other side. So I pretty much, y'all didn't see it all on camera, but what I did was I put my hand around the edges and I identified if there was any leaks, and I only found 2 leaks. So I'll explain real quick. So I had 26 hertz. I felt no leaks on this area, but there was 2 leaks on the other end, which is more important because the driver's side, anytime you have leaks where you're metering, it's escaping pressure. So down here, I need to see what I can do to get a little bit more. And there was a spot like right here, I could feel a little bit of air. You don't see it on camera, but I actually caught a little bit of air coming out of that area. So maybe that helps some of you guys figure out how you can find leaks. That's just for the, on my panels here. I'm not worried about the top because it's completely sealed off and it's actually aligned with the roof. Now I need to find out if I'm leaking on the creases here. I'll do some of this off camera as well. Now my next step here is I want to test the back area. So you want to do this around your whole box. This is how I mentioned it's not just about your cabin, it's also your subwoofer box. So whether you've got a single 10 or you've got 8/18s, 4/18s like I have here, or whatever. But this is to where you can test. Sorry, I was getting that set up here. This is where you can test to find if you're leaking. So hopefully this is teaching you guys something, and girls if y'all are watching. But definitely a learning curve for me. So let's go ahead and dig into it. I found a little crack there, but now I'm gonna go ahead and play 3/4 volume. All right, let's go see what it does. No leaks at all. No leaks at all on any of it. So that's good to see. That means I did a really good job. With actually making sure my sealed section was sealed off. Also in the box where I have tape, if I see tape flexing or moving anywhere, that's another area I can see. This is the kind of stuff that I look at when I'm doing testing and stuff to make sure there's no leaks. But off camera, I'm also going to go around and see if there's any leaks at the bottom. But I'm pretty sure there isn't, just by how this is. I'm going to do it one more time with Subflex for y'all watching, and then we'll let it run. So let's see how the Subflex does at 45 volume. Keep in mind this is turned way down. Yeah, you can't see no Subflex. That's near my low peak. I'm peaking around 25, 26 hertz on the low peak, so you're not going to hardly see the subs move. The subs move less normally around the low frequency peak. But this video hopefully taught y'all something when it comes to checking your subwoofer box and enclosure and wall to see if your box is leaking anywhere. And I found 2 leaks so far, maybe a third one at the wire in the back. I'd have to do a little bit more extensive testing on that. Let me know in the comments what y'all suggest can be done to find leaks. That's how I do it. And I'm pretty excited to see some more tests to come. A lot of things to do on the channel. If y'all have anything you want to see specific video wise, let me know and I'll be sure to do a video on it. And let me give you all a little quick build update before I go for future videos. That'll be some other things exciting to do. Oh, before that, I just finished uploading the video on the tape SPL. If y'all haven't seen that one, you've got to go watch that. I just showed y'all the results before and after of getting my whole box taped. So this is the results here now where my box is fully taped. Showed you the meter results before and after. You got to watch that to see if it actually was worth it or not. You'll see in the video. I'm not going to spoil it. Nobody comments to spoil it. And got my port almost dialed in. I got to let the subwoofers break in. They're brand new, less than 30 minutes on them. SoundCube said it takes about 30 to 40 hours to fully break in a sub. I don't know. Depends on the power, and apparently I'm on low power, so there's a lot of amp tests too I'll talk about in a minute. But that's how my port's looking right now. It's peaking at 49 to 51 hertz. A little higher than I like, but right now that's where it's at. And there's still some more port video tunings to do, but right now I'm not going to deal with the port adjustment anymore until after I dial in my port, get my subwoofers broken in more. So let's go to the back real quick before I end this video. So anybody that still watches, I really appreciate y'all always watching and being subscribers, watching my videos every single day, as well as always hitting the like button. And anytime y'all comment, I don't always respond, but I do see the comments. And I try to respond when there's a question or something specific towards what I need to answer. So in this area, I definitely am starting to see a little bit of cracking I might have to worry about. But the good thing is I also taped inside of my box. So between tape, silicone, and just tight fit snug, it should be pretty sealed off, but you never know. Worst case scenario, I would have to take all this out and refabricate the back end, but I have some room for that. I don't really want to do that, but you never know. I'm happy with the results on it. But anyway, going to be doing a couple of amplifier testing videos with the amp, as well as I want to see how much my ohm rise is, box rise, whatever you want to say, impedance rise, how much I'm clamping, how is my impedance changing from frequency to frequency, some other fun things that you'll be able to see for how-tos and DIYs, and just things that you could do on your system. Whether you have an amp that's the size of your hand or you've got 20 amps, you can do the same concept on all amplifiers for Class D mono blocks. So this is where actually in this video, that's where my settings currently are on my amplifier. So I clip with this gain set here, I'm clipping at volume 55 at 0 dB, no 56, volume 56 on my 80 PRS at 0 dB at 40 hertz. My subsonic is almost all the way down. I probably should turn it up a little bit, but since my sealed section keeps cone control at low power, I figured it would be okay. My low pass is set a little high, but I'm not too worried. And my phase is of course 0 because I don't have them phased out between multiple amps. So that's kind of where I have all of my settings. I know somebody asked about that, so hopefully that answered that. Thanks for watching, subscribe, and I'll see y'all on the next one. What's going on, everybody? This is Jacob Viral, ending this video to say thank you for watching my videos. Every single day I have a daily cardio video I upload. So if you haven't already, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and notification bell, and I'll see you tomorrow.